Good morning. I'm Sean the Lawyer. Thanks for stopping into my blog. Today I'd like to talk about drowning. In 2010, I worked on the wrongful drowning death of a 4-year-old boy. This poor kid died in only about 3 to 4 feet of water, and he was only about 2 feet from safety. It was a classic slip and fall case. He slipped on a slippery grass slope, rolled down a slight hill, rolled in and hit the pond water. His momentum from the fall and the slide carried him away from the edge of the pond about 3 to 4 feet, where he drowned. Unfortunately, this little boy had absolutely no water skills at all. He didn't know anything about swimming. He didn't know anything about bob to safety, nothing. He unfortunately was from an immigrant family from the desert, and that just wasn't part of their cultural values. I came away from that situation very changed, and I was motivated that I wanted to make sure that my son, who was basically just a few years younger than this little boy who drowned, never experienced that. I mean, as a child, I was a very good swimmer, but I had sort of delayed getting my son, who was 18 months old at the time, into swimming lessons, and that was a mistake. But the more important thing that I came away from that was I started doing a little bit of research about, I did quite a bit of research about drowning, actually, and I came away from that realizing that most of the general public have absolutely no idea what drowning looks like. We get our information about drowning from Hollywood, and the sort of the classic image that we have is that opening scene from Jaws, where that woman is out in the water and then she is being attacked by, of course, the shark. But that sort of image of her waving her hands around and screaming for help and all of that is so prevalent in Hollywood is just not what it looks like. So after reading some articles about that, I realized that you can talk all you want about how drowning doesn't look like drowning. It's very quiet. It happens in typically in very shallow water. It often happens very, very close to safety. You can talk about that all you want, but if you don't actually see some images, you can't actually learn anything. So what I've done here on my blog is I'm posting links to several YouTube videos where you can actually see what people who are drowning, and almost all of them have happy endings, so you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I'm going to watch somebody die. Instead, what they are is instructive, and that you should learn this. If you have a child in your life, if you are a parent, if you are an aunt or an uncle, even anything, even if you're just a decent human being, you need to know this. You need to know what drowning looks like, so that if you have to, you can jump into a pool and save somebody who is drowning right next to somebody else. And one of these videos would do this. The last video in this link is unfortunately a very tragic ending. Here you'll see a video of a child who will drown. You will see a child drowned. It was a video that we used in a wrongful death case, and the reason why I posted it is because the parents put their child in a swimming camp. So, they want their son to learn to swim, so they sign him up for a swimming camp, and this moron of an instructor who takes the child out into the middle of the pool evidently to work on improving their swimming skills, right, and leaves the child out there, right, in a pool with 2 or 3 lifeguards, quote unquote lifeguards, standing around watching it, and this poor child drowns. So what's important for you as a parent to see from that is to come away from that. Nothing will motivate you more than actually seeing somebody get hurt. Come away from that and go and ensure that when you are getting your children enrolled in swimming lessons, that you are clear with these people about what their qualifications are. You want to see Red Cross certification that they know that they're an actual lifeguard. You want to see that they have these skills. You want to ask pointed questions as to, can they recognize what drowning looks like? And if these people don't pass that test, you're not putting your kids there. All right. So please watch these videos, learn these things. Of course, I'm a personal injury lawyer, and I make my living. I feed my family from cases where people get hurt, but that's I never want to see somebody get hurt. When my phone rings, it's always bad news. All right, take care, be safe, and stay tuned. Thanks.